have Grant Gale here with us today. Thank you for coming in.
Oh, you're very welcome.
So, how old were you when 9/11 occurred?
I was in 8th grade. I'm not sure how old that made me. 13, 12?
You were just about to get into high school.
Yeah.
So, do you remember where you were?
Yeah, I was in Mrs. Wu's class, and she was my history teacher. And side note, she was in a wedding singer. Just as a background person, she used to always say that. Okay, side note. Anyway, I was in her class, and yeah, that's where I was. We watched it on TV after everyone realized what was going on.
You had a TV in your classroom?
Yep.
Was it on when you arrived that morning?
No.
When did you first hear about it? Was it over the
It
internet?
was like his third period, I would say, and then say it over the intercom. No.
You found out about it at third period.
Yeah.
That's a little later in the day.
Yeah, we had probably about 12 to 13 periods though. They were very short. So they were.
Would you have rather known right away that something was going on in this nation?
At the time, I don't know if I could say that, considering I was just a little kid. But I thought I knew pretty early, because there was a lot of confusion right away. So I don't think anyone knew exactly what was going on. So waiting until third period to be in the loop wasn't so terrible, I guess.
What did you first think of when you realized what was going on? When the news finally stopped being confusing?
Like I didn't want to go outside, so I didn't mind being outside, but I felt like, wait, should I be out playing or should I be inside hiding?
Hiding?
Yeah.
You didn't feel safe right away?
Well, I mean, I felt fine. I was jumping on a trampoline, but I mean, I felt like I could possibly be inside.
You have a trampoline at your
I didn't have a trampoline. My friend had a trampoline, and this is weird that I remember this, but I remember being all scared and then being on a trampoline and smelling a skunk, and so we didn't want to get off the trampoline. So that was my new scared thing. I didn't want to get skunk sprayed.
So you went from one type of tragedy to the smelly kind.
Yeah, both tragedies though, all the same.
Did you have anybody involved in the accident or know anybody who experienced that?
I knew people that were in New York through my mom, but they weren't near that and they weren't harmed. So, you know, it was a very sad time, but luckily I didn't know anyone personally.
That is lucky. Did you wonder about them right away, or did they call you and contact you?
I honestly didn't know we lived there until she said something about it. I thought he was just on the East Coast somewhere, but I didn't know him that well anyway. Not that that means I want anything bad to happen to him, but no, so I didn't know right away.
Did this incident change your global perspective at all? Did it feel like a much bigger world?
Yeah, I would say so, and especially because as you get further in your education, you learn more and more about other cultures and all that stuff, and so I realized that it is a bigger world, and we are making a lot of people angry.
So you mentioned you were in Miss Wu's history class. Is what you were learning in class as you were growing and learning about history, did it kind of prepare you for the events at all?
No, because I think we were learning about ancient Greece at the time, so no, I don't think so.
Do you think your history class should change so that students your age are more aware?
I think, yeah, they should be putting a little bit more of that in junior high and before that, but I don't think they will because they try to shelter these kids so much.
Do you think that has any benefit?
Possibly. I don't know if there's a benefit. I think people should be well versed in global situations and occurrences, but I don't know if that's the time or if they're ready for that at that point.
That's true. Probably something you have to look into on your own time.
Yeah.
Did you make any effort to educate yourself on the circumstances now or then or as you grew up?
Yeah, at the time the TV was on nonstop about it, so yeah, I got educated in a sense that way, but as far as looking it up, no. However, in classes and things, you've been talking about it for years, it comes up once a year at least, and in that first year, that was all you heard about. So educated, yes, I knew a lot about the situation.
So how do you feel about 9/11 now when the day arrives?
I mean, it's a sad day. It's one of those where you wake up and you don't know exactly what to feel, because what if it's a good day, but at the same time you kind of have this sadness for what happened and remembrance of those people. So yeah, it's an in-between. It's looking back and feeling bad, but being thankful that nothing like that has happened again in our nation since then, and just hopefully continue to be safe here.
Do you have any thoughts on how the government handled this situation?
Yeah, I think they handled it poorly. Not much else I can say. I don't think Bush did not do a good job. I think they could have told us earlier. There could have been warning signs. And besides that, I just think it took forever for them to clean that up. And I know it was a big job, but I don't think they handled it very well. And there was a lot of lying involved. So.
Do you? I was going to ask you. Do you think you know who lied, or just be a little more specific?
George Bush, Colin Powell, even though I think he said something about it later. I don't know. I'll just blame it on Bush.
But yes, there probably were a party involved.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Several sides. Sure. I think there was definitely some misleading involved. I mean, lying, I don't know. Some people are really good at beating around the bush.